Did you have an increase of vivid, intense dreams since COVID began? Or have you been dreaming a lot about COVID and having COVID dreams about social distancing or not wearing a mask or, dreams like this? If so, this is the video for you. I want to dive deep today into why this might be happening and then give you some practical tips to what to do with these dreams and how you can really work with them and see them as an invitation to go deeper. So hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kezia Vida and I'm so glad you're here. This channel is all about dreams and how we can use them to really help us understand ourselves in relationships, help us understand how to achieve our dreams and our goals. And I really hope that it can inspire you to develop a dream practice that makes you feel more empowered, more loving, and more able to take control of yourself and the things that you want to accomplish in your life. So if that sounds like you, please hit the subscribe button and you can find videos that I'll be posting every week. And yeah, I'm so excited to dive into today's topic about COVID dreams. So, as a dream practitioner and someone who's been working with dreams for a long time, it really was very exciting for me to see so many more articles, newspaper clippings. People were calling me. I did interviews all about COVID dreams and this phenomenon that seemed to be going on where everyone was saying since COVID started, they were having more vivid, more intense dreams. And there was a lot of news articles and information about why this was happening, people trying to figure it out. Why are we dreaming so much more during COVID? Why is this phenomenon happening? And, reading over all the material and watching some of those videos to prepare for this one, it really became clear, and this was kind of my instinct when it first started happening as well. One of the biggest reasons that our dreams became more intense or more vivid was actually quite simple, which is that a lot of people were sleeping more. Now, of course, not everybody had that experience and is still not having that experience in terms of having to actually work a lot more during the COVID time and, has not found a break in their schedule or anything like that and has just been experiencing a lot less sleep opportunities. But for a lot of people, they were at home, working from home. They didn't have to rush around in the morning to go on that morning commute. They were just going right into the home office, and just those couple more minutes, hours, whatever it was of sleep that people were able to get was the cause of the dream explosion. And I just love that because, first of all, whenever someone asks me how do I remember my dreams or how do I have a deeper dream practice, one of the biggest things that I always put their attention towards is their sleeping habits. Because if you're not sleeping well, your dreams are not going to be as vivid or as clear. Or if you are feeling rushed to sleep, or your sleep is being disturbed, or any of those things are happening, it's going to be a lot less likely that you're going to remember your dreams, or you're going to remember them with much depth or visceral nature. So really what happened is that people got to sleep more, and because they got to sleep more, their dreams became more intense. So I guess another thing that comes up that people wonder about when it comes to COVID dreams is there something about COVID that changed the content of our dreams? And I know people had this experience where they started dreaming about masks, or they started dreaming about social distancing, or maybe they started dreaming about the disease itself. It could be, I guess, a little surprising for some people that they could so quickly adopt, or their dreams could so quickly adopt the things that were happening externally into their internal lives. And it can almost be a little bit disturbing, like, gosh, this COVID stuff is really getting to me. I'm even dreaming about it. It's so intense. But it doesn't come as a huge surprise to me as someone who's worked with dreams for a long time. I see it very similarly to when people are watching a TV show and then they dream about that TV show. And often when people, have that experience, they think, well, the TV show caused the dream. And I always like to invite people to think about it actually the other way around, which is that our dreams, I feel like, are always trying to get our attention. They're always trying to come into a relationship with us. They are always working with the things that trigger us or stimulate some kind of emotional reaction in us. If that happens to us in our waking lives, our dreams are going to click onto that and want to bring us back into contact with that in our dream. Not because we watched that show, but because there was something inside of us that was compelling us to watch that show. Now, of course, when it comes to COVID, it's not a show, but whatever the aspect was, maybe that your brain or your heart sort of like really got triggered or felt really emotional about in terms of the whole COVID experience, whether, again, it was the disease itself or other people's reaction to the disease or masking or social distancing, right? It makes perfect sense to me that the dream is going to use the same things you were reacting to about COVID in your waking life in your dream to show you not just what you feel about COVID, but also to stimulate that same feeling. Because again, this whole COVID experience was bringing up a lot of intense emotions and reactions, but they're not always emotions and reactions that we were unfamiliar with, right? Like I can only imagine for a lot of people, maybe they were having a lot of fear about COVID, and I would just wonder, is that type of fear that you were feeling, the kinds of anxieties that you were having, were they wholly unfamiliar? Did you never have any kinds of fears or anxieties like that before COVID? Or was COVID exacerbating a certain type of experience that you've had internally before? And the same thing with these dreams that people are having of not having their mask and feeling embarrassment. Did you ever have an experience like that before where you felt like you were out of place or maybe doing the wrong thing in a social situation? So again, these dreams about COVID are not because of COVID, but rather the dream using the very emotionally charged experience that we were all going through to help us understand our particular way of interacting with it, our way of reacting in the ways that our bodies and our minds and our hearts were processing the whole thing and experiencing it in our particular manner, which is really a way, an opening for us to go deeper in understanding why we react the way that we do. So again, it's an opportunity not just to say, oh, I had that dream because of COVID, but really to see, oh, I'm dreaming about this material, and the way that I'm interacting with COVID says something about me and where I am in my journey right here and now. And I bet there's something inside of that dream that can help you unlock why that dream was brought to you in the first place. Regardless of wherever you are in your COVID journey or COVID experience, there is an opportunity, if your dreams are more intense or more vivid or they're about COVID, to go deeper and to really consider that these dreams are coming as an invitation for you to understand yourself on a level that maybe you really didn't before. And if you ever have the time or the experience where you're having a specific dream and it's hitting you, right? It's affecting you. You're feeling it in your heart. You're feeling it in your gut. You're walking around sort of minding your own business, continuing the activities of the day, and all of a sudden the images of that dream or the experience of that dream, they come flooding back to you. And for whatever reason, you just can't stop thinking about that dream. I really invite you here and now to understand, to confirm to yourself, yes, that dream has something for you. Yes, that dream is trying to guide you into an understanding of yourself. And yes, 9 times out of 10, whatever your mind is trying to tell you it's about, whatever ways it's trying to dismiss it or tell you it's not important or it's not significant or it's not something that you need to be thinking about, trying to push it aside, I would say, no, how about I try something different this time? How about I turn toward that dream? How about I try to really sit with what is there for me here and now? And that act in and of itself, holding that intention and doing that work, it's going to open up a whole world for you. And I just really encourage you on that journey, and anything I can do to support it, you know I'm here. I'm going to click below this, check out this video. One of the great ways to get started in all of this, of course, is to write the dream down. Just get into that practice, that habit. If there's pen and paper, you want to record it on your phone or write it up in a document on your computer. But putting that dream out there, bringing it into the external world and reading what you write about it and all the things that come into your mind, such an important practice, such a powerful practice. And you can check out my links in the description below for my dream journal pages that can really help you jumpstart that whole dream journal practice and get to go even deeper. So for anyone who's having more intense dreams or dreams about COVID, I really hope this video was helpful for you. And let me know in the links below what your COVID dreams were and what your experience with dreaming and COVID was. was. I'd love to hear about it and maybe even respond to some of those as we continue this topic, and again, as COVID continues to unfold for each of us in the specific way that it does. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here, and hit subscribe if you like this content. It really helps me out and supports this work. Thank you so much. Bye.